What's your take on? Because you know me, I'm an old school moviegoer. You cannot have your phones out. I do not want to hear anything. Obviously, people should all be like that. I don't know why that's a new thing now, where people are like, "Oh, my phone went off. It's okay." I remember, Mike, when you and I went to go see The Revenant. There was that guy that had that massive screen, and he had it was like so white. He was all the way in the first row, but yet you could basically read what he was doing.
Because his phone was so bright.
Oh my god! And then remember that wacky lady?
Oh yeah, who kept she got a comment on every event.
She thought the bear was real.
Bear?
Do you ever see The Revenant?
No.
Okay, so there's an animated CGI bear, but it looks legit, right?
Yeah,
Right.
good.
And so she felt for.
You guys saw The Revenant together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
She felt for DiCaprio.
Oh, wow.
Legit
Okay.
screaming like, "Oh my god!" And I'm just like, "Lady, shut up."
It's a movie.
And, I'll
Relax.
be, and that was at Court Street, which is the same place. And I think I've told this story before on the podcast. The same place where I went to go see The Magnificent Seven. It was like everybody came out of church and was like, "I gotta go see Denzel," and they legit every time he was on screen were like, "My boy Denzel, Denzel." I was like, "Oh my god, he's not there. He doesn't know you exist." It was strange. I hate things like that.
I will say, I agree with you. I do not like those types of experiences in serious movies. When it comes to like a scary movie, I think it's kind of comedic in a sense. And
Yeah,
it's
I
also,
like that in a scary movie.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Right.
Or if it's a
It
big
was-
popcorn movie, like an Infinity War, and everybody's involved, then be my guest.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's a time and place for it, right? But like even when we went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody, I was
Oh.
really upset about this dude fucking singing every single time, or like yeah, or like, bro, shut up.
Yeah, like I get if you're at home and that because you're at home, but you're in a public place where everyone else paid the same amount of money you did, or maybe not because we actually got the tickets pretty cheap. But like, yeah, man, respect the public place you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there were times I forgot what movie I saw, but there was a movie where I was watching, and like, there's a lady on the phone, like, literally talking on the phone
Oh my
during a
God.
movie theater. Like, I literally was about to get up and like yell at her. Like, I was like, "Ma'am, go outside. Like,
Mm.
what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
Please, you know." And like there have been times where people's bright screens have been annoying. Um, Nowadays in 2018 we have the low light mode, the night mode, so just turn that on, or lower your freaking brightness.
Well, I don't know why using your phone during a movie.
or
regardless, you
just
shouldn't.
don't even take it out.
Yeah, unless it's a very important, but if it's a very important call, get
No.
up,
No,
go
yeah.
outside.
My
and
thing is,
take it.
Exactly.
it's like working with children because I do, and the kids even because our policy in the classroom. I don't go off on a tangent, but is no phones, and if you have it out, we take it. And the kids, their excuse is always these two or three things. Is one, what if my parent needs to get in contact with me, or what if they're dying? Like, what if my mom's dying, and I'm just like, well, if she's dying, then maybe you're not the first contact. One. And
Right.
two, if they really need to
Yeah.
get in contact with you, they already know to call my boss. That's it. And so put it
Right.
away. End of story.
Right.
And like, it's the same idea at a movie theater. Like, why do you have it out? You're watching it. You spent, first of all, your fault because you spent $15 or
Right.
20. You're throwing that money down the drain now by looking at your phone for, let's say, 10% of the movie,
Yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
total, it's your fault. And what's so important that you need to check out? And I love those people that are like, probably, because I don't know this for a fact. They're texting, they're like, oh my God, Jimmy, this movie's fantastic. It's great. Like, is it really? Because you're texting during it. How would you know?
Why don't you go with like white Wall Street-esque accent?
That was the
for
most
voice?
posh, not posh, that was the most pretentious white guy voice, right?
Yeah, that was
Jimmy,
good.
It sounds like Missy from like, from Big Mouth. Hi, guys. Anyway.
Not
Great
watched it, but
show.
I heard it was good.
I have not
Definitely
seen it.
watch
I'll
that
watch
show.
it eventually. I'm still finishing
It's
out
so
Picard,
dirty.
so.
It's so dirty. But yeah, so like I hate
So I've heard.
pet peeve, never be on your phone while you're at a movie theater. Like for work, I don't care who you are. You're not as important as the president. That's my way I see it. Like you're not that important. You're really not. And if you are,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be at a movie theater watching a movie. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But and even at that, it's like if it really is that important, please get up, get out of your seat, and go outside and take care of it.
Yeah. Also,
You know, like just do that at least.
stop bringing babies to movies.
Yeah, that's annoying too.
Stop.
Especially like adult movies. Or
Right.
like bringing like,
Yeah,
little kids.
yeah. That there have been a few.
Or
that-
bringing kids, yeah. Deadpool was a big reason, a big problem for people. Was like they didn't know what movie they were going into. How do you not know what movie you're going to go see?
It has a rated R. Like you could clearly see.
It's like it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand parents these days. Like you like fine if you're gonna bring your kid to that, but make sure your kid is quiet. If not, get the fuck out. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I love Alamo's policy, Alamo Draft House, which is one of my other favorite places in the world. You know, they have a policy of if someone is bothering you, put it on your little placard, and we'll come and deal with it. And they get kicked out, no refund, and that's it. End of story.
I will say this. I really do like Alamo. My first and only time going there. It's been a great experience.
Same, yeah.
I suggest it for everybody to, if you have the opportunity and the ability to go to one, because those are great. You know,
Best
and
food
for those
you'll
who
ever
don't
have.
know what an Alamo Draft House is, you know, like it's basically a movie theater where you can order food right then and there, and their food is really good, depending on what you get, and the prices are not that bad. So, you know, go and definitely check those out because
So, like-
highly worth.
AMC has a dine-in, what they call their version of that is AMC Dine-In movie theater. And there's one in Menlo Park, New Jersey, and plenty of other places, I'm sure, around the country. It's good. The food's good. But then once you experience an Alamo, though, you stop going to those. You just go to Alamo all the time. And the choices, right, guys? Like the food, like you wouldn't even
Oh, it was
imagine.
delicious. It was we got cookies. We had hamburger, fries. Yeah, we had a full meal.
And it's not your basic hamburger, too. It's not like a stadium hamburger. It's
It's not McDonald's. It's actually like gourmet. I got some good shit.
and then just look at menus before you even go. Like you're gonna have a hard time. Totally like recommend checking the menu out before you see the movie because you're gonna waste time looking at the menu instead of watching the trailers or even watching the movie probably. So definitely spend your time on that PDF that they provide on their website because there's some weird options on those menus and they're probably all worth it too. Like I don't know, but trying to think of other places. I've written down so many places. Have you guys checked out Landmark on 57th Street in Manhattan?
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's
No.
like look it up. Like definitely look it up right now. It is high end. Like it's $18 a ticket base. Like they're not playing around there. And I think it's only like a few rooms, if not only one room, but it's nice. They do a lot of premieres there, or and they also do like a lot of like smaller movies. And that's the thing I like about living in Manhattan. I mean, not living in Manhattan, but living in New York City is the ability to see smaller movies that you would never get to see.
Indie films in person.
Oh yeah, the indie films. I saw the what's that silent film that was recent? The Artist.
Oh, a few years back, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that in a small movie theater, and like where
Won Best Picture, man.
Theatrical release, and that was amazing. That was really fun.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about living in New York because you got the IFC theater, you know, that shows smaller movies. And the recently closed, I think it was the Lincoln Center Theater or something, not Lincoln Square. There's a movie theater near Central Park area that they call it the Lincoln something. I feel stupid. Let me look it up. But yeah, that's another one of those like smaller theaters that you get to experience movies that you normally would never have dealt with before. Where is you? Cannot
I
find
always
you.
I always want to go to there's that one theater in the West Village by wait, West Fourth Street. There's that independent movie theater. The one that's like when you're the other side of the train station. Like I always want to go to that one. Never been there.
IFC.
That's I have
Is
yeah.
that really an IFC theater?
Yeah, that's how they started, and then they had the TV channel.
Wow. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah, it's great. Like yeah, like every small movie, like Netflix. What they do is they'll show their movies there, and before they put it on, sometimes on Netflix, they'll do like a small run. Sometimes they'll do it there.
To say that they were at a theater. Okay.
Because you remember the Oscar rule. If you want to be in Oscar contention, you only need to have one theater in New York, one in LA,
One theater in LA.
and
Yeah.
that's it. You get your contention. You're in contention. So, that's what they do sometimes to get that. But yeah, the IFC theater used to be something else. It used to be called something else. Now it's that. And then all these old theaters that used to be in New York City that are no longer in existence blows my mind. There was like one on every other block or something, and okay, maybe obviously not that many, but and they're just all gone, and it's like, for example, the AMC on 42nd Street, that used to be an old movie theater with like one, it's your classic, it looked like a Broadway theater, but it was just a screen
Yeah,
idea, and,
right.
and you see that when you walk in. If you walk into the AMC, you see the rotunda, and you see the curved seats, and then there's just escalators there, and concessions now, but you see the outline. It's all right there. But it's really fascinating. I just hate that place though. Because going back to Mike saying like he didn't like it either, I had a bad experience there. They blamed Fandango for their problem when it was their problem regarding a seating issue, and it was just so unnecessary. I was like, you guys, it's clearly the place, because like AMC as a company is fantastic. They're great, and yet this place was just like, I'm sure it's your fault. Yeah, it sucks because they're the place that has the Dolby screen, and that's the
Right.
one they wind up giving me for free because I was like, listen, I'm not leaving. You're giving me something, and that's it. So it was very nice of them for doing that, but still, they messed up to begin with. My first experience, Mike's been there. Antonio, I don't know if you've been there. At the Battery Park Regal, though. Have you been there? Have you tried that out?
I don't think so.
Mike and I have
I don't
been there
think
by mistake, though. We were there by mistake.
Yeah, it was an accident.
It was a big
But
accident.
It was a nice theater for that's a huge ass theater. Like
It was.
It's like yeah, but it's in a weird location. Like to get to the theater, you gotta like
Go through the
kind of
hotel.
finish your way.
You gotta go through the hotel, and then
Yeah.
you walk up the escalators. You could either check into the hotel or go to the movies. It's really fascinating. I love that
It's
idea.
interesting, but it was a kind of a weird location how to get there.
Mike, you've been to the AMC on the Village, right? The one near Union Square, right? The AMC 7, it's called.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah,
You were-
that's a relatively nice theater.
Yeah, it's very like old school too, I think.
It is. It's like very like the concession stand's very small. I think like 6 theaters, but they do have they have an escalator going down the stairs, so I guess it's relatively modern. But I've never had a problem with that theater. Like I don't go there that much. I saw the Last Jedi there actually.
Yeah, you guys, you got to go see it privately too. Is that?
Yeah, I got a private showing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty neat. Yeah,
fucktard.
through work. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, they rented out the whole theater and all the concessions were free. So I got popcorn, I got hot dog, I got soda, I got like 3 bags of candy.
That's the way to
Damn.
do it.
Yeah, I just got, dude. That would have been like 50. I would have spent like $55 like in a normal theater without having concessions.
So I know we do this a lot. We do a lot of like, hey, I'll go to Dollar Tree and I'll buy you guys candy, and then so that we don't have to buy it at the movie theater. I know it's not proper. I know it's not the right thing to do sometimes. But like, isn't that so much better than spending like all that
Yeah.
money?
Of
Yeah.
course,
Ugh.
yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I know you theaters need to make money, but like, gosh. But I do
So-
I do respect it though,
Yeah.
because a lot of people
I-
don't realize that they make their money off of that and not the tickets.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You told me that actually, and I was like, oh wow, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, and people blame them, but it's like, they only get so much from the ticket, and then they got to make their money on the concession. So it's like that. What do you guys prefer as a brand, AMC or Regal? Now, remind you, Regal, of course, is United Artists too. So
I have nothing but good experiences in Regal theaters. I mean, there might be like a few, like maybe the one on 86th Street, and that was like bad. But like a majority of the AMC's that I've gone to, they're just really really small, and like they're not
interesting.
like I feel like most of the theaters that they used to be smaller ones, and AMC just bought them.
Yeah.
So again, like they're all right. Like they're not bad, but as you know how old I am now and the experience I've had on Regal ones, I guess I prefer a Regal theater now. Unless it's maybe something like an Alamo that's an independent and their own thing. So
Right. Mike, what about you? Like, what's your thing?
I mean, I guess I agree with Antonio. Like the RPX theaters are more. I think I've never had a bad experience. Like AMC, I think they're more numerous. I've had a couple crappy AMC experiences, like at the 42nd Street one, but for the most part, like I never really like those two major chains. Like they do a serviceable job. Like most of the time, I'm leaving satisfied. Like I'm talking like crappier theaters, like the Pavilion and the Alpine. Like that's when like you get like disappointed.
Yeah. It's interesting because, I mean, there's Cinemark is out there in the world. Cinemark is the big chain out in the West Coast for people out there. And there's a couple others in the country, but like the big three are Cinemark, Regal, and AMC. But it's weird because I also have I have another one in Staten Island here. It's called the Atrium, and it's run by like some woman, and I guess her family or whatever. And they've owned it for like the last 10 or so years. They updated it recently, a couple years back, and it's good and bad. The update, some of the seats, they're all reclining seats, but some of the seats are a bit too close to the screen, so I don't like that. But my point here is that the local theaters, that kind of obviously clearly a dying thing, and I want to be able to like keep all of them that are around as long as possible. But these premium experiences, these Regals and AMC's do offer things that these places can't. So I'm sorry, but I do agree with you guys. Like Regal and United Artists and whatnot is my thing, and I think it's because of what they both mean two different things. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I used to, as a kid, when I thought of AMC, I've always thought of a different experience, a more.
Oh yeah,
I feel like AMC is a more, and it's hard to. I don't want to say high class, but it suits itself, or at least it tries to say it's more premium than a Regal experience. It holds itself at a different level than a Regal might. I feel like Regal doesn't care if you don't like it. I feel like AMC is like, we want you to like us, please.
Interesting. I feel like AMC though is the most popular brand though. Like in New York anyway, like AMC, it's just more like their name is more out there.
Currently, it's more readily available. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like the AMC's. I feel like because you're right, because they are a brand. They're like an Apple or Microsoft or Google. You know what I'm saying? Like they have that certain aura to it. So when you think of them, you think, oh, high class movies, right? You think of like, oh, their IMAX experience.
Yeah, they want you to pay a premium. They want you to experience it unlike anywhere else.
Right. And that's why I feel like I prefer a Regal one more, because you build up this expectation and you build up this like this whole name and brand.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to one that's not a legitimate IMAX theater or not a legitimate experience that they so often brag about, you're kind of like, well, all right, this is not what you advertise. It's kind of a false advertisement thing, and it kind of like feel stale. You know, like I don't see
I
it anymore.
It's interesting because I feel when I think of Regal, I think of like a massive place. And Mike said it too. Like, you know, the AMC's seem to be smaller. Think of Regal, I think of like, oh, I'm going to be in a room that's huge, right? And AMC's, I feel like more. Sometimes I'm at home,
Mm.
you know, and because it's a smaller. Sometimes there are smaller spaces, but I don't know. Like it's yeah, it's interesting because um, Regal was in United Arts is what I was used to in Staten Island and in Brooklyn, and like it wasn't until it was like you AMC was kind of that scary. Oh, I don't know if I want to try that out type of thing. And I didn't
Right.
really try AMC's until I was like an older person. I didn't really go into AMC's till I was about maybe like 18 or something. And it wasn't like because I was literally scared. I wasn't scared. It was just, oh, that's a new experience. It seems different. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But
Right.
now it's like I've noticed over the last year or two, I've probably been going to AMC's more often than a Regal because I've been in Manhattan more. You know, I've been doing my things in the city, and so if I'm in the city, I might as well see a movie, and I go see it at AMC. And
Makes
now,
sense.
now that I'm going to be signing up for the A list, you know, I'm going to be doing AMC all the time, or at least more often than not. So,
Right.
because you know they're finally opening an AMC on Staten Island, I'm really excited. So I'll get to use it more often than not because I'm going to be doing the discount now. If Regal comes out with one of those, I'm in a conflict now.
Mm.
Because you know it all depends on who has the better price at that point.
Right.
For people that live in Bumblefuck like North Carolina, you only got one AMC. We have like God knows
Like
how
at
many we
least
have.
20.
We have a lot. Yeah.
Now, if you live in like Raleigh, North Carolina, yeah, you got about 8 or 7 or 6 whatever AMC's. But you know, if you're living in some other place that you've got a long drive to get to your nearest theater,
Yeah.
that movie package is
Uh,
different.
I will say this, right? Just to not to, you know, go off topic a bit, but this
Go
is
ahead.
I've always wanted to do this, and I don't know if you guys ever experienced this in, but have you ever been to a drive-in theater?
So I had a
No,
chance
I
to.
haven't.
I had a chance to in North Carolina, in Kansas City, and I just
Right.
didn't do it because we didn't have
Okay.
like it didn't fit into our little schedule we had.
Right.
But I had there's two that were in that town in that area. There also wasn't. I don't think there was a movie I wanted to go see at the time too. I think that's what it came down to. But I do want to do that. I think there's still some in Jersey or in upstate New York,
Right.
and I'm down. Like I am down if anybody would ever want to. I don't know, drive somewhere to do it.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at a map now, and it looks like. Okay, that does not make sense. Why is that being shown? I wrote drive-in movie theater, and it shows me Alamo Draft House. I'm like, that is not a drive-in.
Some of them I think might be. Are they?
No,
None of
no,
them?
they're buildings. Okay, look,
Okay.
Warwick. There's one in Warwick. It's called Warwick, right? It's in Orange County, New York.
Wow.
I wonder how, like, it looks so sketchy, but all these drive-ins look sketchy.
Such an old concept.
Right?
Yeah,
You gotta
but I've
put
always wanted to experience it.
Yeah,
That's-
same.
that's-
I'd love to.
put a speaker on your brand new car's window. You ruin your paint job or something. I don't know. Yeah, like you know, this. I mean, $10 probably. I'd say I don't see them charging more than $10. You shouldn't be charging more than $10.
Yeah, I hope not. For crappy sound
But
system.
the thing is, you got to go at night too, and you got to
That too.
go at night. There's one in Fair Oaks, upstate. Okay, they all look the same. Like none of them look different from each other.
I mean, it's the same, you know, concepts.
No.
I would doubt. Big giant screen, cars everywhere. You know.
True. I don't know. I guess what separates some of them from each other is like this one you don't get robbed at, this one you do, this one you get mugged.
Mug the drive.
Because
Mug
think
the
about
drive-in
it,
movie
it's
theater.
pitch black, and you're in your cars, and there's people probably walking around, and having a good old time, and I don't know. I feel like it's sketchy,
I suppose anything's possible.
but I'll do it. I'll definitely do it. Like I'm not opposed. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I know we're talking about bad experiences movie theaters. I'm trying to think about really bad ones I've had.
I've been to bad movie theaters. Experience wise, it's like, you know, it's kind of hard to like, because most people, I mean, I wouldn't call this a bad movie experience, but I would consider it pretty funny. I remember for Avengers Infinity War, some dude was caught, like, recording the movie and was kicked out, and the cops showed up in the theater.
He's bootlegging.
Yeah,
Wait, with
as
you?
soon as the movie was playing.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there for that.
Oh
And,
my god! Oh, so you had
yeah.
seen it without? You saw it with us and then without us, right?
Yeah, so like,
Oh, you saw it without us first, right?
I saw it without you guys first. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember because you had kept looking at me to see what I was going to expect during certain scenes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so
And
that
then-
had happened? Oh my god!
Yeah, that happened.
I can't, believe,
That was fun.
I can't believe people still do that.
Honestly, yeah, I also it's a dying form, but I'm not gonna lie, when I'm in like Elmhurst, East Elmhurst, and like Flushing,
Mhm.
there's a ton of like these people who sell the bootleg DVDs,
Yeah.
and I legit like say to myself, wow, shout out to you for doing that. Shout out for you to keeping the hustle going.
Yeah,
Keep
no.
the
Shout out to you
alive.
for throwback to the early 2000s when people actually bought that shit, because most people nowadays just download that thing on a torrent or
Exactly,
on a
yeah.
illegal streaming site,
Right.
or download an app that can
Well, that's we're not
Streaming.
their customers though anymore. It's
Yeah.
it's an older guy that doesn't really know what he's doing. I'm not gonna say the location because I don't want to give their spot away. But there's these guys that do it in SI, and it's just so funny. I'm like, I know it's them it's amazing how they haven't gotten shut down yet, because you
Yeah.
know it's them every single day. And I feel like the cops buy from these guys because there's no way they don't know.
probably.
If me as a regular person knows that these are the guys, there's no way the cops don't know by now. Like, it's weird. And I got this like Asian woman that sells in my neighborhood, and I don't know if you guys ever heard this story from me. I've scared her once. I was walking by and I had like really cool sunglasses on, and I was like in nice decent clothes, and I was looking at her in a way like I was in the car, and I kept looking at her. And I would look away, and she thought I was a cop probably, and so she moved her little shop down the block or something. It was funny. She got really nervous. It was great fun times.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, man, I want to keep thinking of things, but I can't.
Damn.
So.
Yeah, I never had like a horrific movie experience. Like, I've been to, like, crappy theaters, but nothing like that's like, oh shit, like, like, this is terrible.
Have you,
like,
Mike? Have you ever
Okay.
skipped into movies?
No,
Skipped into movies.
Well,
What
I
does
mean,
that
well, what we were talking about before, like
stuck into a movie theater. I mean,
Oh,
snuck in or snuck
no,
into.
I never have actually.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Antonio, what about you?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
It's fun. It's a good time. But it's definitely not something we
I'm
condone.
not saying people should do it.
It's not something we
you know.
condone.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not encouraging it. I'm just saying I have done it before.
The only good thing I must say about it is the adrenaline rush, knowing that I got in. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's really all it is.
Like I was saying before, it was just like I've snuck in to watch Ted, right? The first one. But the problem was I didn't really want to watch Ted. I wanted to meet up with my friends who are already watching Ted.
Oh, and you didn't want to stay
and
home.
so they said that there's space in the movie, but when I got to the teller, the guy was like, "Yeah, it's sold out." But I was like, "But people tell me there's already space in there."
Oh,
so-
Miles Teller, right?
yeah. Uh,
I don't know why I said
and
that.
so I was like, all right, my guy. And I bought a ticket and I snuck in there. And then I got like a really shitty seat all the way in the front.
Oh.
And I was texting these people. I was like, hey, I'm in the theater, guys. Just meet up with me afterwards. And, the movie ends, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, my dudes, where the hell are you? And I get, we're sorry. We took the car. We're like 30 blocks away. I was
They left
Aight,
without
cool, bro.
you. Oh my god.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I was like, all right, cool. And I'm like, fuck it.
Those are good friends.
Let's just say I don't talk to half of those people anymore. Due to various reasons. Our viewers can.
The other half being Chris.
No.
Oh, okay.
Chris-
Okay.
Those guys. No.
Oh, okay. Good. No, I was gonna
Chris
say.
would do that to me. Oh.
No, I know he wouldn't do that, but like you said, half of them you don't talk to. So
Yeah, it's a group of other people.
I had an interesting idea, but what's a movie that you've seen the most in theaters?
This is the end. Oh no.
This is
the
the end.
apocalyptic movie. This is the
The
apocalyptic.
parody movie.
Oh, the Seth Rogen thing?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw that movie 6 times in theaters.
Okay, pause. What?
No, I saw the movie 6 times in
And you
theaters.
paid all 6 times?
Yeah, I paid all 6 times to see that movie.
Why?
If
Wow.
Seth Rogen or
That's impressive.
James Franco or Jay Brussel or whoever, anyone that was in that movie, ever listens to this, yeah, I saw that movie 6 times.
Wow.
I'm gonna tweet that out right now.
What?
I know no one's gonna care, but like, what?
Yeah, so you want me to explain why I saw it 6 times?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I saw it the first time with my usually group of friends that I watch movies with. At the time. Then I saw the reason why I saw it 6 times is because one, I enjoyed the movie, and two is because at that moment in time, so many people I knew, because you guys know I'm a very social person, so I have like a lot of people that I talk to, back then and even now. Well, not so much now, but back then, and I like talking to people. I'm a people person for the most part.
Yeah.
I hate people, but I'm a people person for the most part.
I feel
Very
you.
contradictory, but so a lot of people wanted to watch the movie, and they all wanted to watch the movie at different times. So like this group of people wanted to watch it today. This group of people wanted to watch it like if the movie came out on a Thursday, right? Usually, this group of people wanted to watch it on Thursday. This group of people wanted to watch it on Saturday. This friend of mine wanted to watch it next week. This friend of mine wanted to watch it, on Monday next week. So,
But what I don't.
what?
No, I'm so confused.
Yeah, so all these people wanted to watch the movie, and I'm not one to say no. Like, if if I didn't like the movie, I would have said no. Let's watch something else. But I enjoyed the movie, so I saw it 6 times in theaters.
But, wow.
Yeah.
But because like I like a lot of movies, and I don't see them 6 times in the wow, that's
Oh,
crazy.
That's impressive. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Star Wars: The Force Awakens I did 5 times, but that's like Star Wars, and it's like
Yeah,
they
it's your
expect you to
favorite
do that.
franchise, right, yeah.
And they also expect you to do that.
Right.
But I wow. See, like a movie, like I did 3 times for Mockingjay Part 2, which is stupid.
Wow, that's impressive. I think I saw Anchorman 3 times.
I never saw that movie in theaters. I actually didn't
Anchorman
get.
2.
I didn't see Anchorman for like 8 years or 6 years after it came out. It's one of those movies. But yeah, like okay, so Mike, what have you done?
Me, like, to be honest, if I might have seen a movie twice, and honestly, if I did, I couldn't recall. I might have seen The Incredibles like once or twice. I think I might have seen The Incredibles twice. I think, like once with my school when I was a kid, and I saw it once with my mom. I think, like, honestly, like I've never seen a movie more than twice though in a theater. Like once, it's for me, it's like a one and done. Like I'll see a movie once and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I won't go to a theater to see a movie twice. Like I'll watch a movie obviously on my computer. I can watch it multiple times like a year, but like there's movies I've seen many times. But in terms of theaters, I'm pretty much like a strictly one time guy.
I respect that.
No, I respect that too. I'm usually that type of person, but
I do two a lot. I do the two a lot. I see it over. But threes are slightly rare, and 4 and 5 and up is like. But I can't think. I don't think I've done 6. Oh my god! I wanted to do Infinity War a lot, but it was such a long movie that I couldn't really cram any time to doing that. But yeah, Deadpool I did 3 times. Not Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 2 3 times. Star Wars Force Awakens 5. Last Jedi I did 3.
That's pretty crazy.
Last Jedi I did 3. I don't know the rest though, but yeah, I think at most my average is about 2 or 3 viewings. Yeah, like I like giving money, man, to these to these movies. It would be nice if they give us free movies, but hey, you know.
Hey.
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I feel like this is an interesting time to wrap up this episode because this is an hour and 14-minute episode. Holy cow!
Wow. It's impressive.
We like our movie theaters, guys. We like and hate our movie theaters.
Oh, we need movie theaters to see movies.
So interestingly enough, I'm going to quickly I'm going to count the amount of theaters I wrote on paper. Doesn't mean that's how many I've been to in my life, but this is the ones that I've wrote on paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 I remembered.
That's impressive.
Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head. I'm
Perfect.
sure there's plenty more.
See, you probably remember the theater name. I just know.
Oh no, I
theater
legit
location.
wrote theater names. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
for
I
most
can't
of
do
them.
that.
For most
That's
of them.
impressive. Shout out to you for that.
I respect where I go.
Yeah, I
see
can't
my
remember most
movies.
of the names of these theaters.
Oh,
I can probably
yeah.
name like
20.
5 or 6 off the top of my head, probably.
Yeah, because like when Pete was telling us about the 42nd Street one, he was like, "Yeah, you got to go to UA, blah 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 blah," and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
what the fuck
it's
is
the
that? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Regal Ewok 42nd Street, and you're like, what the fuck's an Ewok?
It's like, are we talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, Ewok theater.
I forget why they call it the Ewok, but they do. Just like AMC 40, AMC 25, Empire 25 is named after the theater that used to be there, which is the Empire Theater. So like that's very nice of them to do that. 25, I don't know where that comes from because there's not 25 theaters in there. So that's the thing unless there is, but that's highly unlikely. Because usually like, the theater if it has a number, that's the number of theaters that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do not know where they're getting that 25 from. Because that's godly amount of theaters. No way there's that many. At most theaters, they seem to have like 16 is like the most. 18, 16. But anyway, nice, interesting Tangent Friday episode for all y'all. Depending on when this drops, I'll probably put this out around the holidays so that people could enjoy this fun episode. It's a very insightful episode. I think it's one of our most insightful episodes. Learning about us, about where we go see movies, and hopefully
we are as people.
Yeah, and
More or less.
Hopefully these theaters stay consistent for the future. And I'm really hoping for the new theaters that are opening up near me. Getting 3 new theaters, so I'm hoping they are so good and when they open up and for the rest of their lives. But it's been fun, so I hope you guys check us out on the social medias as always. You can even follow me on Twitter too. I don't even care. Like I want you to. So of course it's at Facts Not Included, but it's also at Peter Cabranes. If you want to check me out on Twitter, I don't know if you guys have Twitters, but you know.
Yeah, I don't have Twitter. I think
yeah.
Mike has Twitter.
No, I had it, but I deleted it.
Deleted it. Wow.
Yeah, anymore.
So-
I'm not a big Twitter guy.
so
for
at-
personal reasons. We'll talk about that maybe another.
Ooh, why we don't like
and-
the medias of social. Just
No,
like
I
I don't
like
like Instagram, but you know.
I like Instagram. Instagram is dope. But
Yeah, you know
we
one
can talk about that.
side tangent, very side tangent. One of the creators of Instagram quit and deleted her Instagram account because she's like, it's not what it's supposed to be now anymore. So anyway, that's
Really interesting.
we could talk about that another time. But yeah, it's been fun. So tweet us, Facebook us, whatever that means. Maybe even Instagram us one day, or maybe never because I don't care about Instagram. I'm sorry.
Everything has to go through Pete, and
no, you
looks like
guys
that's
could.
not gonna happen.
You guys
Yeah,
could do the
exactly.
Instagram. I don't care. You could run it. It's just
That's mad work, bro.
exactly. So unless Peter's doing it, it doesn't seem like it's gonna.
I'm running the Facebook page, though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, it's true. You do that. Props to all that weird news stuff you see. It's not coming out of my head. It's coming out of this guy, whatever he's finding. You find some interesting stuff that I would either already knew or never would have cared to know. So it's fun. It's fun to find those things. And then, of course, Spotify. We got a lot of Spotify fans.
Shout out to Mike for getting that happening.
Yeah, getting that all hooked up.
How do you get it hooked up?
No, we have Spotify.
No, but how did he get it hooked up?
I told you about it.
No, I already knew about it. It was a thing on Podbean. I just had to wait months for it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So they need to verify you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it was there the whole
You
time.
need a certain amount of publicity first before episodes.
Yeah,
went
you
out.
need a certain amount of episodes. But I'll give Mike credit.
Thank you.
Even though he has nothing to do
Thank
with
you.
that. Even though he has nothing to do with it at all. But okay.
Good enough.
I mean, I also have nothing to do with it. I just clicked a button. It was there. So it literally said, do you want to join Spotify? Oops, you can't. You don't have enough episodes. That's why I waited. And then they also make you wait because they make you... Oh, they have to like check who you are. But anyway, so for those that are on Spotify, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sure. And then wherever else. Like, there's people that use this weird app called Podcast Revolution. I've never heard of that. I don't even use it. But
Shout out to the guys who use Podcast Revolution.
yeah, like who's using that? But thanks. And whatever else you guys listen to us on, ladies and boys and girls and whatever else you are. Enjoy this episode. Well, wait, it's the end. What am I saying? Oh my god.
And that's how we end it. End it. That's it. Boom.
Good night, all.